Welcome back to Movement Project. Tim, your mentor, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and today we're going to talk about forward head posture, how you can fix it for good, quickly, and what this dirty sock is going to do to help. If your forward head posture is feeling and looking like this, make sure you watch all the way through the video so you can see exercises and movements to get it looking like this and quickly. One of the most important muscles that's incredibly neglected in the neck is the deep cervical flexors, or the deep neck flexors that sit behind the throat and attach to the vertebrae. To accomplish the movement and to turn on the muscle, you're trying to think about keeping the back of your head in contact with the ground while trying to nod like you're giving yourself a double chin, which people love. And we're seeing if you can build up your endurance and hold that for 5 seconds, work up to 10, work up to 20, and work up to 30, even more. Research has shown that you should be able to nod the head slightly and lift off of the table a few inches, or the floor in this case, for 30 seconds. Now the key with this exercise and this movement is to make sure you're keeping the superficial muscles closer to the skin relaxed. So you feel there, and when you nod, those muscles should not be doing anything. The movement and the muscle activation should be felt deep in your throat. These muscles get weak just from being in a lengthened position, so turning them back on is super important and one of the first things that we do in therapy.
Here we're working on our neck extender muscles by trying to draw the back of the head up to the ceiling, making sure we keep that relationship between the chin and your sternum. Keep that distance there like there's about a tennis ball of width between the chin and the sternum. We're not looking for people to go all the way down to the floor as far as they can go, but we are looking for you to get it up as high as you can. Now, because of the connection of the nerves from the neck all the way down to the hands, putting yourself in a fisted position is going to take away some tension from the nervous system, allowing you to do this movement with much less strain and restriction. When you put your hands down flat, you can try it, you'll feel more tension in the neck, upper back, and shoulders. So if you can tolerate it, I recommend you do it with the fists.
Next up is our posture holds at the wall. These exercises for the neck are great, but unless we improve the mobility and the control of the spinal segments below it, we're just going to be fighting an uphill battle. If we took this golf tee and the ball is our head, we're trying to position our head back, but if we have a thoracic spine that's flexed forward, that's like this golf tee being forward, and we're trying to get this ball back up on top of this forward bent tee. It's not going to stay there. So if we want to have permanent progress, we need to work on the ball position, or your head, and the T position, your thoracic spine and your pelvis and your hips. So the last exercise we're going to do is an exercise to work on extending the thoracic spine, making sure that you have strength and control below. We just want to come against the wall, place our heels, our butt, our shoulder blades, and our head back with our palms forward, and see if we can hold that position for 30 seconds, building the endurance just like the other exercises, working up to 1 minute, 2 minutes, even 5 minutes in that position. Then step away from the wall and see if you own the position. Can you keep that position for the next 5 minutes, 1 hour? If you're not sure, go back, check the wall again and say, oh, my head's come forward 6 inches. I've lost my ownership of that position. Regain it, try again. You can even push into the wall to try to get a little bit more muscle activation. Now we're going to put it all together by coming up to standing and use those motions and muscle activities that we learned on the floor. This has to be one of the most difficult movements that we show our patients, trying to draw that head back into the position where your ear is over your shoulder and is over your hips. So a trick we came up with is telling patients to pretend like they have a dirty sock right in front of their nose. And almost instantly, people will pull their head straight back into the position that we're trying to work on in the first place. Now, after you work on it a few weeks, maybe it'll only take you a few days to master it. You don't need the sock anymore. And then eventually, after going through sets of 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions, you shouldn't need to do this exercise at all once you master the position and you own that ear over shoulder over hips.
Ooh, that smells.
Hopefully this video had you quickly feeling more upright than ever. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please do so to help me on my journey to cut out unnecessary surgeries. Remember, if you want to feel, perform, and live your best, you've got to move your best. Keep it moving.